morning I'm going to go look for bird feeders. Oh, here's one. Didn't go too far. Looks like this. Just come out of the hay. Well, that was easy. It was easy, they didn't go too far. So, ew. And the coat hangers. One.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah, I just have to find one more coat hanger.
Here we go.
Perfect.
Well, it looks like when we were out here yesterday, things were breaking up. Do we want to try and recreate what we did yesterday?
I don't know. Could they understand any of it? I'm going to go get food real quick.
Okay.
So if you want
I'll
to
get
start.
some water for the... Oh.
Here's a...
Yep, I have it there.
It was nice. The bear didn't take it too far, and they were together.
You take it to his favorite spot up there?
Yep.
everything?
I think so. I was going to change their outfits, but I'll do that later.
Sorry I didn't put any announcement out there on our Facebook page. I usually
Make sure my Wi-Fi is off.
Yeah, tried to do that. We'll try to fill everybody in. I guess yesterday when we were out here it was breaking up pretty bad, and we think that's probably because we may have had our Wi-Fi on, or even the folks that were here yesterday with their laptop and phones
Here's another one.
kind of overwhelmed our system. Oh, good. Got all kinds of them now. So we'll try to fill you in. I did it while it was fresh on my mind yesterday, so I think I filled everybody in, but I'll try it again. They came out, the folks from Waterpaw were here. I hope some of you were able to see what was going on, some of the conversation. We did some measuring. We found them to be extremely knowledgeable in what we're trying to do here, and I think they're really on board and actually excited about doing the project. And they showed us a lot of different ones they've done. If you go to our website, actually if you go to Richard's page, you'll see an update with the link to their website. You can see the kind of work they do. And I'd have to say they're probably right at the top of their class here in northern Michigan for constructing a quality pond setup. And they had a lot of great ideas. They incorporated a lot of the things that we talked about and wanted to do, and gave us some ballpark pricing. Basically, for what we would want to do, if somebody would want to do this any place else, the rate was going to be about $12,000 to put it in, and this is for some very quality equipment. And it also includes all the excavation. We've got a bunch of stumps and roots and things here. So they would come in and excavate that, do all the site work, also running electric and everything out to it. It's quite a project. But unfortunately, because of the amount of bear we have here, they said even that construction probably wouldn't be adequate, probably wouldn't be bear-proof for sure. So they talked about some things they would have to do. Well, nothing's going to make it bear-proof, but what they could do is make it bear-resistant. And it just required a lot of upgrades. So anyways, by the time it's said and done, they're saying that it's probably going to be somewhere between $15,000 and $18,000, which we had no idea what it was going to be. We're about a third of the way there right now in donations, thanks to a lot of very, very generous people. In fact, if you haven't had a chance, take a look at the list of everybody who's donated so far. If you go to our site, SnowmanCam.com, click at the top of the page where it says Richard's Pond, and it'll take you there. And I think we're probably getting close to 70 people from around the world. Oh, Chipmunk.
Here comes your friend.
Yeah, here's the stocking, so he comes. I don't think you can quite see him yet, but he'll probably get over here. But you'll see that list, and I've also asked people to please. He's got plenty of food on the ground. He's not gonna come in your hand as long as he's got plenty of food. But if you've donated towards Richard's Pond, take a look at the list, find your name, and just make sure that I've got it spelled right. If you don't see a city and state or country or anything listed, send me an email and let me know. Because if you donate online, you've got to check a little box to share your address, and if you don't, all it gives me is your name. And I know some people wish to remain anonymous too, so if you see your name listed and you want it removed, just let me know. But it's important to me that I get everybody that I can listed, get them recognized, and also that I get it spelled right. So if just send me, if you see something that needs to be corrected, just send an email to snowman@snowmancam.com, and I'll get that corrected right away. But I've got it up to date, got it up to date here just a few minutes ago, so you should see a complete list. So if you've donated yesterday or prior to that, you don't see your name, let me know too, just to make sure I didn't miss it. I may have listed you someplace else on the site, but if you wanted to go towards Richard's Pond, I want to make sure that everybody gets on that page that does. Because that's going to not only be a permanent page, but everybody who has donated is going to be recognized permanently on that page also. So it's, like I said, it's important to me that we get that right. So with the pond, they said we've got a couple more people that we want to talk to. but we're pretty confident that these folks can do exactly what we want. So right now, one of the major expenses actually is boulders, because we need big boulders. The small ones, like we have at the other pond, the Bear, just by the end of the year, most of the rocks are inside the pond instead of around it. So they need some big boulders, about 3 feet. And we're kind of hoping that maybe some of the farmers or some of the folks up here in northern Michigan might have some that they can donate to us or sell to us at a reduced cost. That would be wonderful, because they said a very large portion, probably a third of the project in expense-wise, is going to be just in boulders, maybe even up to half the cost of the project is just boulders. So, boy, if we could get some sort of a deal on boulders or get some folks to donate them, that would go a long ways in helping us to complete this project. They're booked right now. They're pretty well booked till the end of July, so they said probably end of July, August before they'd be able to start on it. So that gives us a little bit of time. But I want to thank everybody that's donated, and you'll see the list. Donations have been coming in from around the world. $5 donations are great. Some people have made significant donations that were able to afford it, and we certainly appreciate that. And then what we've done, Connie Scott handmade some magnets. Connie's from down in Texas, and she's made some magnets that are a patriotic theme. It's a snowman head, like the other ones that she made, but they're done in red, white, and blue. And her and Richard had talked about having those as a fundraiser, and they were thinking maybe doing something for the 4th of July. But what we've decided to do is anybody who donates $50 or more, they're going to get one of those. And what makes them so special, not only that Connie made them, they're handmade right here in the United States, but they've been in Richard's possession for a while. He's been planning this as a fundraiser. So you're going to get one of the last things that actually they're in a box right now in Richard's office. So Jean will be sending those out. And of course, I'll be getting her a list of names. So if you do donate, make sure you check the box if you do want one of these to give us your address, so we can get those sent out to you. So just our way of saying thank you for making a significant donation. And again, those will be sent out to anybody who has donated $50 or more. What else? What have I forgotten?
The one thing that excited me about it, and Richard and I talked about it before he went into the hospital, is I wanted to build a cement snowman that had a fountain coming out of the top. And the people that were here yesterday started talking about drilling a hole in a boulder. And we were talking, and he's going to look for 3 round boulders, and he's going to drill in those and have a bubbler or a fountain coming out the top. So that's pretty exciting. I don't know if we'll be able to do it right now. It depends on the funds. And he doesn't know how much it's going to cost. But that's something that excites me, and Richard and I talked about and excited him before he went into the hospital.
Yeah, and that would be a great thing, but that's obviously going to be an extra. We're trying to raise the funds right now just to get the pond built. And if we're fortunate enough and we're in a position that we can add that at some point, that would be great. But right now the plans are the pond. There'll be a waterfall falling into the pond. They're going to situate it so you can actually see kind of like a little creek going into it, and we specifically wanted that area so you'll be able to see the smaller wildlife going up and taking a drink. You'll be able to see birds taking a bath in it, and then of course the large area you're going to see black bear not only taking a drink, but you're going to see them, especially on a hot day, just kind of hanging out, splashing in the water.
Yep, animals all year long. This one's going to be open for the winter. They're going to put a bubbler in it.
Yeah, so something very vital. I mean, there's water relatively nearby. There is a stream that's not too far. It's not on our property, but it's over on the state-owned land.
Couple miles?
Well, no, it's not that far. It's probably less than a half a mile. But the animals, this will just be one more thing to help them out when they're in this area. I mean, we have our little pond on the other side, which that's actually going to be going away when this one is finished. But this will give you an opportunity to see what we get to see on a daily basis, and that is a lot of activity around the water hole over there. So looking forward to that. What else about the pond?
It'll be wheelchair accessible. We'll make sure of that. And we're going to have benches, and then we're going to have a little arbor.
Right. Yep. Which the arbor is something that we already have, so we're contributing that to it.
So they're going to incorporate that into the landscape.
Yep. Putting that in the design. There's going to be a flagpole, like Brenda says, benches. We're also looking into either a stone or marble bench with engraved Richard's Pond to have, and just to have a nice place so when people stop by, which I know those of you who watch a lot, you see a lot of people stop by, that instead of sitting out in their car in the driveway, they can come and actually sit and relax and be right here with the wildlife. They can, have the little chipmunk run up and eat out of their hand if they want, or just sit here and watch some of the wildlife come in and out. So, all right, I think that's probably the update on the pond. Again, all the names are listed right up through a few minutes ago. So if you've donated, please take a look at that. Make sure I've got everything spelled right. If it came just in your name and you want your spouse added, let me know that. I'll put that on there because, again, that's going to be permanent. So I want to make sure that I get that correct. So, as always, I'd like to thank the new people that have joined our Facebook pages, people that have liked and our Facebook page, and then people that have joined our Facebook fans group. New people coming in every day, so welcome. It's great to have you there. Our YouTube page is continuing to grow. That's a great way for new folks to get the background information on what we're doing here. A lot of videos, behind the scenes videos. That's probably the thing that shocks people the most when they get here is how different it looks. They're amazed at how high the hill is behind the house, things that you just don't get to see when you're looking at this view. So if you'd like to check out some videos, especially if there's not much going on, that's a good time to switch over. If you just go to our site, SnowmanCam.com, and at the top of the page there's a link there for our YouTube page. And there's also links there for our Facebook fans group and our Facebook page.
And the pond people are going to do a blog.
Right, a vlog actually. It's called
video.
Video blog. So yeah, they're going to be doing. In fact, they actually started it. They did some videos while they were here, and I'll be giving you links that I think you can get to some of it if you go to their website. And again, if you go to SnowmanCam.com, click on Richard's page, there's a link right there to Waterpaw's site, and you can look at some of the beautiful work that they've done here in northern Michigan, and just really get a good feel for who they are. But we met the owner and his wife
and baby,
or maybe it was the owner and the husband. We always say owner and wife, but in this case it could have been owner and husband. They're
she
a
does
team.
A lot of the computer work, and pretty
absolutely.
involved.
So you'll definitely want to check out their website and watch the video. So if you don't get a chance to watch it live, of course the camera will be capturing all of it too. So thanks to some good folks out there, probably like Susan McKay, I'm sure she'll be grabbing some of those videos and putting them up. And at some point I'll get all caught up. Susan has been grabbing a lot of great video just about every single day and saving it on her YouTube page. I just haven't taken the time to put it onto ours, and for one reason is our limited bandwidth here. I'm trying real hard to not have our video breaking up, and when I'm uploading and downloading, that happens. So I really try to limit my time with doing that when it's not real busy here.
And if you go to their site, you'll see how excited we are, how natural their ponds look, and how it just looks like it had always been there. They're just beautiful, just all the planting and rocks, and they just have an awesome site.
Yep, it'll look like the water is coming right out of the side of the hill here and flowing into the pond. So we're looking forward to it, very excited about it, but obviously we need your help in order to do that. We can certainly be here and provide the property and put out food and that type of thing, but we definitely need your help to make it happen. So again, we're looking for great big boulders. Anybody in northern Michigan can help us out there. It would be great. And other than that, we'll just keep plugging along, and I'm really hoping by maybe the first week in August to have some water flowing. That would be
awesome.
That would be wonderful. But again, we need your help to do that. So, all right, I think I covered everything, right?
I think so.
Didn't thank anybody individually, but definitely have the names up on the website so you can take a look at that. And I'm sure at some point, especially once we hit that final figure and we're able to do it, we start breaking ground, I'll do something where I'll come out and I will personally thank every single person that has donated, whether it's $5 or $500. We certainly appreciate it. So, I know we got work to do.
Yeah, we're gonna go do some yard work.
Yeah, so
never ending. So sorry for the attire.
Yeah, we're dressed in our work clothes out here.
And I believe someone said there was something here.
So I hope wherever you're watching us at from around the world that you're comfortable, that you're in good health, that you're doing well, feeling good, and that you're well fed. And with your help, we will be out here every day putting food out, and slowly but surely trying to get back into a regular schedule for you, so you can count on when we're going to be here to get the latest updates. But check out Richard's Pond page too, because I'm going to try to update that every day or every couple of days for sure, just so you know where we're at and what's going on with that. All right, take care everybody, and we will talk to you tomorrow.